love it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Spirit Connections, Summer Edition. I can't even say I'm excited because I'm nice and relaxed right now. I usually say I'm excited, but I'm just feeling the emotions. Tonight I have my guest, Tiffany Woods. You are the singing bowl lady, my friend. And as you can tell, she brought her array of Himalayan singing bowls.
Yes, I did. My babies.
And I'm so excited. I figured we'd start it off with breathe in all the negativity and release it. Breathe in positivity and release the negativity. That sounds better. So thank you for coming on again.
Oh, thank you for
This is
having me.
your second time around here on Spirit Connections.
Happy to be back.
I'm happy to have you because it's always just so relaxing when you're here. And she touches it and it all goes away. So, Steph, what have you been up to? Talk to me.
Well, playing as much as I can, doing a lot of private sessions. I've got things coming up, Uplifting Connections and Body Love and Whitman Wellness Center. So things are picking up for me. I'm very happy about that.
Excellent. All in the South Shore, Massachusetts area.
Yes. Yes.
Which is my area, so I think that works out great, and I'm glad that you're actually getting out there, because I think before, when we had you on about a year ago, you were just kind of starting to get out there, and now you seem to have really grasped it. Can you tell us a little bit about the bowls?
Okay, the history of the bowls, they're probably thousands of years old, but a lot of their history is, I guess the cliche is shrouded in mystery, simply because they're such wonderful tools for meditation, and I don't want to say healing because I don't call myself a healer, but they're transformative. Well, I mean, what do you want to know? How people use them now, or?
Well, we use the bowls as far as meditation. I think it sounds great, and we're actually going to do a little demonstration in a little bit. But where would you go? Would you just go to a metaphysical shop to hear the bowls? Or is this something, a practice that you could actually bring into the hospital and help with cancer patients and so forth?
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
you said you didn't want to go back and forth with the actual healing part, but as you know and I know, being the spiritual people that we are, energy is neither created nor destroyed, and I think these bowls themselves give off tremendous energy.
Yes, and the energy they do give off, the body picks up on it and takes whatever it needs. So, I mean, I could go in a ward, a hospital ward, of people have all different types of ailments, and they'll take whatever they need, their body needs, from the bowl. So everybody will have a different experience.
Almost like the
within same
didgeridoo.
room. Didgeridoo?
Didgeridoo.
Yes.
I've experienced that too, and it's sound healing.
Yes, and so it's a very potent but very gentle avenue for people to get what they're needing at a particular time. And somebody could come one day and then come a week later and pick up something else, or they could also build upon what they've already experienced. They're very special, and they speak to you where you are right at the particular moment. So it's a great way to be in the present, to relax yourself. Primarily, it's a relaxation tool. And to clear out a lot of issues that may have been stagnating for a long time. The energy will help. The energy from the bowls helps to unblock blockages in the system, and helps to keep the energy flowing.
And does it matter how many bowls you have?
No, you can have one bowl. If that bowl is something that speaks to you, then that bowl will give you what you need. But as a practitioner, I like having several bowls because I like playing them as more as a musical instrument. And as to where you can get a bowl, yes, you can get a bowl at a gift shop.
Did you just read my mind? Because that was my next question.
But it's the quality of the bowl. There are a lot of new bowls coming out now that have been hammered by machine. They're not man-made anymore. My bowls come primarily out of Nepal.
Wow.
And older antique bowls that have been made by hand, forged by hand, and hammered by hand. I happen to sell the bowls now. In the past year, I've gotten into selling authentic antique bowls. And my source is a family in Nepal that is considered the first family of singing bowls.
Wow, then you and I have to talk after the show.
Okay.
So how long have you been doing this for?
It's about 3 or 4 years now.
Excellent. Okay, well, what I want you guys to do at home, I want you to get cozy, whether you're have a seat or lay down. I want you guys to relax by closing your eyes. Take a big deep breath in and out. Take another big deep breath in and out. And one more. Inhale and out. Now I want you to focus on something very positive in your life, and I want you to set your intentions for that positivity for your highest and greatest good. So close your eyes, and Stephanie, if you would take the honors of showing us a demonstration of the bowls.
Sure. You mind if I stand up?
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay, now slowly wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and open your eyes. I love that.
Well,
I
thank
love
you.
that.
Thank you very much.
We actually have someone in the audience. How do you feel that helped you?
Very relaxing. Very, very, very relaxing.
Because I noticed you had your eyes closed too.
It was very relaxing. I feel very calm and very relaxed. I feel like going to sleep now.
But was it relaxing? I had to say it because you had mentioned it about 4 or 5 times.
That's because it's very relaxing.
It's unanimous.
Yes. And for myself too, it's funny because I felt the vibrations going on in my head, and it was just because, like the majority of us out there, we probably have 1,000,001 thoughts constantly pulling us here, there, and everywhere, and so it's definitely migrating right to my head, kind of like, okay, relax, relax, and it's just something that it would be so nice to fall asleep to at night.
Yes.
You know, it helps you to wind down, and I think this is definitely something that if you guys are thinking about trying meditation, take the opportunity, get in contact with someone like Stephanie, someone that will be able to give you her time. So it's just solely for you to bring you back to basics and get you back to square A, point A. Now, do you travel to people's houses to do this?
Oh, yes. In fact, I prefer it. Most people, they're so rushed and they're going here and there. How often do you get to relax in your own home?
Right.
So I do all the work. I come, I set up, I play, I leave. I'm going to be starting up parties now, house parties, where the host or hostess will get their session free, and as they get at least 4 people together, I'll come and do all the stuff, and it's very nice, as you're saying, for meditation. A lot of people's minds are busy and their body's tired, and it's very hard to start meditating when it's not something you're used to, and we're not used to focusing and quieting our mind. With the bowls, you don't have to do a thing. You just sit on your chair or lie out on your couch or on a yoga mat, and the bowls take care of everything else. It's a great way to absolutely quiet the mind. I had a testimonial from somebody. He said that they can never, ever quiet their mind. And after listening to the bowls, or while listening to the bowls, they achieved total relaxation. He said it was like a massage for his soul. And I've got that from somebody else, too. And she was with women that were her friends. She goes, she's never quiet. She's always talking. It's the first time she hasn't talked for 25 minutes. My gosh. So there's a great testimonial there that it does, without any effort on your part whatsoever.
Now, this might be a question in left field here, but have you ever tried it on animals?
Well, I have a dog, and when I'm practicing at home, he likes to sit on the floor, sometimes even under the table. And there was a little dog, little dachshund. I go to a circle every week, and the first time I put up the bowls, he lay down at the leg of the table, and he just looked up at me so wistfully for the entire time. I couldn't believe it. And ever since then, he's just my best friend.
Really? Well, you should come over, because I bet you my girls would love it. I have 3 little dogs at home. But I was wondering, because I know with my dogs, every little noise, they're on high alert. So I didn't know if it would affect them in a positive or negative way.
Sure, in a positive way, I'm sure.
Even just playing meditation music, I wonder if there's a Himalayan bowl channel on Pandora.
Oh, you can find everything these days.
I'm sure.
But something's always lost through the transmission of sound, and especially if things are created digitally. You're not getting the whole sound, and that's why it's so special hearing the bowls in person. It's very different. I have CDs myself of singing bowls, and they're very relaxing. But it's like going to a sporting event.
Right.
When you watch it on TV, you can get all hyped up, and you're all there with your friends and all. But when you go to the actual event, and there's the energy, there's nothing between you and
you're living
the action,
you're there.
Then it's something very, very different. Very different.
Now, how can people get in contact with you?
My website is thesingingbowllady.com, and all my information, the contact information, and my phone number and all is on that site.
Excellent, excellent. And I think, you know, another, as you can tell, it's definitely gone to me because I went from hi to fabulous, Stephanie, just fabulous. So, I mean, how long are your sessions, how long do they usually run?
I play for the better part of an hour.
Okay.
Now, if I'm up someplace like Uplifting Connections, I'll talk for 5 or 10 minutes, just a little informational talk, and play for about 50 minutes to an hour, and then give people about 15 or 20 minutes afterwards, because most people fall asleep, just to gently wake up 3 or 4 minutes so you don't feel like you have to wake up just like that.
And go.
And then people like to share what they have. And it's nice getting the feedback because everybody's different.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's very gratifying.
I mean, I myself, I do a lot of meditation. I teach guided meditation. I think this would be a perfect asset. I wish we could just be a bowl and meditative show on the road.
Hey, that would be great.
I think that would be great. Now, has there been a situation where this sound has irritated any? Like, I'm going to ask you the complete opposite question, but has this irritated anybody, the sound?
Yes, actually I was at the East Bridgewater Library a couple of weeks ago, and a woman stated that she felt she almost jumped out of her skin because it was so loud, which is interesting because I make a point not to play very loud, so there's obviously something going on with her and perhaps receiving certain frequencies.
Right.
But she's entitled to her experience, and I'm not going to discount it. If she felt uncomfortable, she felt uncomfortable. Also, I was playing for somebody who had recently had an operation, and when I struck the bowl, they were fine. When I made the bowl sing, I saw them holding their stomach, and it was just went on like that for the whole session. And so we figured out afterwards, if I gave you a demonstration, I put water in this bowl, and I made it sing, you would see the water effervesce.
Yes.
So that's what's going on in her body. And since she just had the operation, the body was being flooded with oxygen. It was just stirring things up, and she was having a detox. And she was feeling kind of sick to her stomach because she was detoxing quickly. And I saw her later on that evening, and she's one to drink a whole lot of water, and she felt that the session was like a turning point for her, because after that, it was as if she got cleaned out, and she felt like she was on the upswing after that. So yeah, it does happen.
And I've heard that with it's didgeridoo, right?
Yes.
I'm always afraid that I'm going to pronounce it incorrectly, but I've experienced that personally as well with the didgeridoo. And but the person that did this, and this is going back years ago, he had mentioned, he's like, okay, is there any issues that you want to work on? So right away I said, oh, digestion, let's work on that, you know. And so he played it directly right to my solar plexus area, and so forth, and so it worked.
Great.
But yeah, I think this would be a great asset. Now, are you going to be? I know you said you do a lot of events at Uplifting Connections. Where are you going to be this summer?
Well, June 10th, I'm at Uplifting Connections.
In Bridgewater?
Yes. And then June 20th to the 26th, I'll be at the International Sound Therapy Conference Retreat, and I'll be presenting there on the 25th of Morning Meditation. In July, I'll be at Whitman Wellness, and also at Body Love, who just moved to East Bridgewater. They were in Bridgewater Center, and they just moved to 484 Bedford Street in East Bridgewater.
That's funny, because I just drove by them on Sunday, and I said, oh, that's a new shop. I didn't realize. So good for you.
Yeah, so the summer's looking good for me. It's nice. And then, of course, private sessions here and there is, I love doing that. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I feel it's so beneficial for you. You know, so whether you choose to do a private session or have a party, why wouldn't you want to do that either? You know, I mean, I would love to have all my friends get together, because all we do is complain anyway. So, you know, I'd rather just have them come over, complain, get it all out, and then say, all right, you know what, whatever, let's just close our eyes and chill out. And,
yeah, there's so few places you can go to just relax.
Right.
You know, you're usually, you know, it's a movie, which might stress you out if there's violence or language. It's just that you go out to eat and you spend a lot of money, then you feel too full. It's just a nice way to be in your own space and relax and know you don't have to do a thing.
I'm thinking laying out by the pool, listening to it. And
sure, I've played outside before, or people have a nice quiet space in their home. Sure, anywhere. I'll play anywhere.
What about, have you done weddings?
I did. Somebody wanted a bridal shower party.
Ooh.
And they were doing something for their friend, and they all got together, and they had food and everything. We played the bowls first, and That went very well. They said it
Wow.
made for a relaxing day. And yeah, I'm available for weddings, receptions, and whatever. I've done gallery openings. A friend of mine is an artist, and she's done a series called Sound in Paint, and she also works with a pianist. But I've played the bowls as she creates a painting.
Oh, wow.
And she does a series.
That's really cool.
Yeah, she has a series of paintings done alongside the singing bowls.
Can you find that on YouTube or anything?
Gosh, I'm not sure if she's posted those on YouTube.
I like
but,
to watch it. That's why.
Probably. She probably has. Her name is Linda Clave,
Okay.
Clave.
Okay.
And if you Google her and look at her website, I'm sure she has the paintings up on
So
the...
you're here, there, and everywhere.
Yes, I
Everyone's
am.
busy. I love this. I love it. I
Yay.
love it. Wow. This is great. Okay, so if I ever get married again, I definitely want to have you at my wedding reception when people are walking in, and
It just sets the tone
it does.
for a nice, relaxing day and stress-free. It's very pleasant.
Excellent, excellent. And again, you offer the private sessions and the house parties. I know I keep on repeating myself, but again, if you guys are like me and just close your eyes and let the bowls do the talking, you're probably feeling the same way. So what I'm going to do, Stephanie, I want to thank you for being on
It's
Spare
over
Connections.
already?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's the summer edition, Stephanie, so we have the half-hour segments. But that just means we can have you back on.
Oh, thanks.
Because I would love to have you back on.
Okay.
So again, Stephanie Woods, my friends, out of South Shore, Massachusetts. You can contact her by going to thesingingbowllady.com. And if you, again, would have the honors of leading us out. So again, folks, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and let the bowls do the talking or the singing.